The Tampa Bay Lightning win Game 4, 3-2. This was probably the best game the Tampa Bay Lightning have played in the entire series, just like Game 3 was probably their worst. And I know it was a 2-0 deficit at one point, and it was trending towards a really bad luck, tough loss there that, would have been unacceptable for a lot of reasons. But this was the Lightning team I certainly expected when the series was going to begin. When you look at the total high danger scoring opportunities for the Lightning, they had 20 in all situations. The Montreal Canadiens had 9. When you go to just 5-on-5 play, look, there isn't much ice out there, but the Lightning had 9 high danger scoring opportunities, and the Canadiens had 2. So really everything that John Cooper wanted to do entering this contest, he made significant changes. Bjorkstrand, I thought, was a really impactful piece. Just on the forecheck, the energy, I loved what I was seeing with him. And then the lines shuffling. Brandon Hagel continues to carry this team all series long with clutch goal after clutch goal. Kucherov had another couple of assists. I actually think it wasn't a great game from Kuch. I think he has better in him. But yeah, I just think structurally, for the most part, if that game is 5-on-5, Montreal was not doing anything. The one goal they scored was just this fluky bounce off Bassey stick into the guy. I mean, it just is what it is. It was just unlucky. But overall, when you look at things to improve upon, it's clear that this Bolts power play just is not very good. We have seen this all season long. Now, they showed better today than what I think we've seen a little bit in the past, but it's still not good enough. And it's definitely not good enough when compared to what Montreal is presenting, because Montreal's power play is, even though the Bolts did another great job on the PK, this is where their scoring opportunities come from. The Canadiens are going to be able to score when they're on the power play. It's the only time in this series that their top 6 guys, certainly their stars, like the Nick Suzuki's and the Cole Caulfields of the world, that's the only time they've showed up. Even Slavkovsky, right? The 5-on-5 goals have come from the bottom 6 players, and defensemen. But I think that for the most part, if the Bolts can replicate this game heading into Game 5 and the rest of the series, they're going to win this series, because that was a bit of a clinic 5-on-5. I think the refs are going to hear it from a lot of the fans there in Montreal. I understand there were some bad calls that went their way. I thought some bad ones also went against Tampa Bay earlier in the game. So I just think the refs, I would really like them to tighten it up. I think some of it got away from them. But otherwise, I'll see you at Benchmark International Arena for Game 5.